What's up? We're here live, giving YouTube a chance to catch up and make sure they're sending out notifications. And as we see, it looks like it has not. All right, you got notified. That's what's up. Very interesting. What's up, Wolf?
Brown has successfully executed the guillotine.
Here's the problem I have. 50 Cent. Everybody's going off about his. Was he trolling? Was he not trolling? And they don't like what he was saying about, you know, as we can see, we're having a problem with our notifications. Right now, we would be at 200 to 300. Hi, Albert. Now you see what I'm talking about. I just sent you one video as of one that didn't get across also. Well, I figure that no matter what problems you had, now you know they back in the days, this was the beginning of the end for 50 Cent, as far as he was going through a transitional period when Rick Ross decided to intervene and use him as a prop to promote his album and create a beef with him. DJ Gary, you didn't get notified? Albert, that's one. Get DJ Gary's info. I wasn't out of line. I showed much respect to him. See, when someone is sick or someone is dying, it don't matter what scenario or what problems you may have. Whatever situation you feel you may have, you don't go ahead and do things like that. Yep, YouTube is tripping. That's why I'm talking to them right now in support. Albert's watching right now from Google support. He's up here trying to help with the situation. Yes, I hope he's listening because all the people who didn't get notifications, I'm glad you guys are figuring out a way to get around it. Yes, this is a live stream. That's the problem. I never have any. I've never had any other issues with the situation. Right, I've tried to get you guys plenty of time before we really get into it, because I was chatting with Google support. Thank you, Albert. I see everything you done. Chat is ended. Boom. And that is how you contact Google support, and they're gonna help right away with this notification issue. But if a lot of you guys are not getting your subscription, please put it in the comment section that you did not get your subscription, so Albert, who's looking at it right now, can take it down and get to work and help us out and help you guys get your notification, because some of this stuff looks deliberate. Now, 50 Cent, once it was notified, he couldn't wait to be one of the first people to post that there was rumors that Rick Ross was in the hospital with a heart attack. He was joking about it. Now, everybody know I back 50 Cent on a lot of things. Almost everything 50 do, I'm like a huge supporter of 50 Cent. Doesn't mean that I agree with everything that 50 Cent do. You see, he has less compassion than the average human being. He told you this. Now, me and him differ in this situation. I do not do that to people. First off, me and Rick Ross never had a situation where me and him never had a situation like we had a real beef, like 50 and Rick Ross had a beef. So for 50 to do that, I still wouldn't do that to my worstest enemy, because you say you never wish death upon your enemy. You don't wish evil upon other people. That's one way to have it back on you. Full tilt or whatever. I don't do that. Someone's ill, their family member's ill. Hey, I hope they get well. Whatever issues we had, it had nothing to do with that. You don't have to be a part of anything like that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Hip Hop TV. So I say, look, you don't have to do anything like that. As much as I agree with 50 Cent, because a lot of situations he's correct, but you have to look at the scenario. Him and Rick Ross had a real beef with each other. And when I mean a real beef with each other, it's the fact that what 50 Cent ended up doing, Rick Ross ended up taking millions of dollars and made life really uncomfortable for 50 Cent. It was Rick Ross who told his team they got with his baby moms to come up with this plan to sue 50 Cent to take the money and everything else from the sex tape they put out and all that confusion when he was out there battling Rick Ross. That backfired. And because that backfired so royally, it got out of control. And then it ended up with 50 Cent having to file bankruptcy at the same time he was fighting everybody else. So that put him in a whole different perspective with Rick Ross, because Rick Ross tried to end his career with all of this extra stuff going on. At the same time, he was battling Jimmy Iovine in a whole different other situation. So 50 Cent was finna have him removed. And he had him removed. He had Rick Ross out the business. He was basically going to be shut down. Jay-Z had given up on him. In comes Sean Puffy Combs to come in for half. He's like, look, I'll come in for half of Rick Ross. Me and you split him. And I'll get the ship back rolling again. Jay was like, all right, go ahead. If you feel you could do something, go ahead and make it happen, because 50 is trying to crush him. So Diddy put his money behind Rick Ross. And that made all the work 50 been doing to get rid of Rick Ross, that made, he just wiped all that away, because now he's financially backed by Diddy. That's why 50 is at Diddy so hard again. Because of this situation right here with Rick Ross. This is the main reason. He said, oh, you gonna back this guy who's trying to destroy me? You finna keep him alive in this rap game while I'm trying to get rid of guys like him? Okay, now I gotta go after Diddy. And he still goes after Diddy. Absolutely. You never wish death upon him to the public. But he never said he did. All 50 did was post that picture up. He didn't put no words on there. He put up the Drago picture, and you guys put the words to it. But you knew what he meant. See, 50 smart like a fox. He could put the picture up and just say, go ahead. He doesn't care. He has no compassion. That's just how he is. That's harsh. You see, as much as like me, I just didn't like Rick Ross music. I just thought it was renditions and just full of nothing. So I never liked his music. Every day I'm hustling. I'm like, okay, that's cool. He had about 2 songs. Other than that, I couldn't really vibe with him. Not at all. So I was just through with him completely. Well, so I was through with him musically. And as far as his life and his business and his kids and his wife, if you can't feel any compassion for that, I don't think you're a human being too much. Your soul is cold if you can't relate on that situation right there. Now, I would never wish harm on nobody. So that's one of the main reasons why we stand apart or separate on different situations, because I'm not out there trying to really back that energy. Now I support 50 when he came out with Power. I told y'all what, I wasn't saying it just to back 50. I just like, this is finna work. Because people been dying to have a show that was like The Wire back on television. And I'm like, man, why did The Wire even end? Because people was still watching The Wire. So when it went off, it was like nothing else to replace it. Then you come out with this. And then right away I said, oh, Power finna come out. This is finna jump. Because I already knew the actor when they said Omar was playing Ghost. I'm like, oh, he finna blow this role out the door. I done already seen him and Next Day Air, when he basically played Ghost. So I said, oh, he gonna nail this part right out of the water. Because 50 Cent saw that movie, same movie, Next Day Air, said, that dude's Ghost. I know he wants to get Rick Ross out the game. So if this was a way to get Rick Ross out, and I pray that he, is well, and 50, no, all this does is put everybody on notice. This puts everyone on notice. Like, some things are over the line. I just think people's life and death, you don't joke with it at all. If that person didn't kill anybody or anything of that nature, I don't think you should just joke with death or play with it like that. I know Rick Ross started it because 50 Cent wasn't even thinking about him, and he brought his name up. You want to play with me when I don't want to play? Okay. 50 was doing a whole different other thing, made up some lie about 50 looked at him weird at an award show. And this wasn't planned. A lot of people thought this was planned by 50. Oh, 50 finna come out with it. They doing a little counter thing, they working together. 50 really wasn't. They just did a 50 Cent move to 50 Cent. 50 was like, what? Somebody's using a 50 Cent move on 50 Cent? So that's how it really got going. So when he took he took Rick Ross, because Rick Ross, that's all he had was to come up with gimmicks. And when you come up with gimmicks and you become a gimmick rapper, that's all you had. See, 50 Cent's not a gimmick rapper. A lot of people assume that he is. Like, oh, he needs gimmicks because he can't rap. 50 Cent got hit songs. You see, we grew up with compassion. 50 Cent, he don't have that type of compassion. But what does the title say? You say the title don't make sense. Fifty did what he did and to get attention is what he does. I mean, when Rick Ross was going at him, what did 50 Cent do? He went and got Rick Ross courts records. He went and got the court records. He went and got Rick Ross's he went and got the court records of his divorce case. He went and got the baby mom. He did the Pimpin' Curly, which I love Pimpin' Curly. He promoted the fact he was a correctional officer to the point he had to come out and admit that he was a correctional officer. Then you got Rick Ross decided to go after 50 Cent because he was assigned or aligned himself with Floyd Mayweather. So to promote the album Triple OGs, they made a whole diss record. They made coming out to Floyd Mayweather, dissing Floyd. That's dumb. Floyd got the money that you talking about. So 50 Cent brings Rick Ross kids to Floyd Mayweather house. Are you kidding me? They all at Floyd house taking pictures in Floyd house. And that is so bad to use children like that because they were all happy. They don't know what's going on. These kids don't understand the levels of what's happening. Hey, thanks for the donation too. I appreciate it. I really do. You don't use kids, man. That's what I'm saying. You don't. Women and kids are off limits. Period. If you got a problem, take it up with him. She put out a book with the same title as Rick Ross's album called Deeper Than Rap. The book. Then 50 went and took modeling pictures with his baby mom on the cover of magazines. Jay-Z was like, this dude ain't gonna stop. This dude is not gonna stop. Thanks, G5. I appreciate that. But 50 has told you one thing about him. He has less compassion than the average human being. And I believe him. He has a good heart, but his compassion level, he can go from 0 to insanity. No, that means he's got iPhone. iPhone is, they're charging everybody 1 cent. They take 1 cent of the money and you get the rest. You know, it's just a way for them to keep, it's like the casino when they keep those pennies. You got 38 cents and they take 48 cents to play and all that craziness. Oh yeah, Android over here all day. Team Android. I never talk about Kevin Gates because I have really no reason to talk about Kevin Gates. And I don't think I need to talk about Kevin Gates. I just hope he gets some help and not as crazy as he appears to be. Oh, it's the unit all day. Don't get it twisted. I don't like to see people get hurt. I don't like to see people get insulted. Like, you know, people dying and stuff like that and people making fun of death. Death is nothing to play with. We talked about YoungBoy. We didn't make a video about him, but these are the type of... You don't give these guys an audience. You don't give some people an audience. And that YoungBoy guy, he's not somebody that deserves an audience. I talked about it when I said young rappers need guidance. That was the name of the video. I mean, that's like, it's like really tasteless. Plus, the majority of the people are putting words in 50 Cent's mouth. He's letting you guys be the mouthpiece. He just put a photo up because he knew you guys would put the words to it. So 50 could say, I never said that. I never said if he dies, he dies. But when you see that picture, you know what it means. Of course we have. Well, it's in different situations. You know, a report that I heard is he's still in the hospital. He's still on the machine. Rick Ross. He's not coming out the hospital anytime soon. I don't know why people keep telling these lies that, oh, Rick Ross, man, he all right. I just talked to him. If Rick Ross was like that, I wish what he's saying is true. Don't get me wrong. I wish what they're saying is true. But if that was the case about Rick Ross, don't you think he would have spoke by now? Don't you think Rick Ross would have said something by now? Don't you think Rick would have been out the hospital by now? The hospitals, they throw you out the hospital now. They don't let you get ready for nothing. You be like, they be, okay, you ready to go? You be like, I just got cut open. Are you sure? No, you good enough. You good enough. You can heal at home. You be like, man, my God. Shoot, they throw you out the hospital now. It ain't no sit back 3-4 days running up no bills. Cause they know people don't be paying their bills. Shoot, you out the hospital. Quick, fast, in a hurry. It ain't like them old days. You just laying there in the 90s. You be, cool. Another day in the hospital. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go probably spend one more day. Then I'm gonna check out. Shoot. They throw you out. As soon as the woman had a baby, they be like, she just had the baby. Yeah, we getting her ready to go home. They be packing her bag. They be like, man, she just had the baby. They coming home already? You know, they getting pushed out. Pushed out in the wheelchair. Going to the car. Yep, she's going to be a little sore for a while moving. Yeah, so just let her rest. Let her get bed rest. We got all this stuff in a book for you to read to take care of her at home. I'll be like, no, this for y'all, not me. I'll be like, I don't get paid to take care of people. Oh, you know that Rick James, Wesley Snipes is coming right up. You know it's coming too. But trust me, I'm doing a video called Rick James. If Rick James seen Black Panther, what would his reaction be? Oh my goodness. I think that's going to beat out any story I've ever done. And you say that with pride, Kenyatta. That's nothing to be proud of. Of course it's Go Nuggets. The Joker's out there. No, I do not. There's no need to. I think he took a shot at me. I don't know if he was talking about that, but I think he took a shot at me on his show. But I'm not finna take the bait, and I'm not finna mention his name. DJ Gary, all you gotta do is go to the playlist, The Truth Behind Hip Hop Beefs, and you'll get all the information you need. Oh, I saw that video that they said, and I'm not mentioning him either. He no longer eats off my name. So it's just getting rid of the fools, you know. When you get rid of the fools and don't deal with it, because before I felt like I needed to address everything, you know, and I didn't understand like why is everybody coming after me? You know, I just couldn't understand it. It was a bunch of people at one time because they say, hey, this dude's making a lot of money. This dude's doing this. This dude's doing that. And I'm like, I am? The golden eagle has landed. All right. I hope it sticks. Sometimes we be seeing donations and then they don't stick. So I hope yours stick, golden eagle. I appreciate the love. Roy just had his last fight. He's done. He won the cruiserweight title. What singer could match Richie Valens? Uh, Frankie Lyman. Why do friends fall in love? Why do we fall in love? I need a street team. Yeah, that would help. From what I heard, Ross is still in the hospital and he's still on the machine that's oxygenizing his blood. It's called MC. Uh, it was it's ECMO machine, and what it does is it takes your blood out of your body and oxygenizes it, and then it's inserted back into your body. Well, I've made videos, Kenyatta, about that subject already. And I've given my opinion on this show. And everything I've said has been 100% accurate. Oh, they cloning Rick Ross? Oh, God. Oh, the conspiracy theorist has come out right now. Oh God, he's a blood sacrifice for Lil Wayne. Baby did it. I've heard all kind of crazy stuff. That's why Baby's out talking because he knew he was taking out Rick Ross, who was protecting Lil Wayne, and I'm like, what movie is this? And it's bad writing. My God. Now he's a blood sacrifice, the Illuminati. And I'm like, you guys, y'all imagination is incredible. The man is fighting for his life. He had a whole bunch of seizures because this come from them sipping syrup and taking codeine when he was doing all that craziness. He was doing all that craziness back in back in everybody was doing the syrup movement. They sipping syrup and throwing up with their big cups and all the jewelry, and they trying to live like somebody who's 210 pounds with a six pack and got muscles. But he's a very unhealthy eater at that time, and he's very big, and he's trying to move like these young dudes, and you know, things didn't work out. He was on the airplane. He had a couple of seizures. They weren't seizures. They was a heart attack. He had a mild stroke on the plane from a seizure, and they calling it a seizure, but it was a stroke. And he had to really lose weight. They told him you need to lose about 100 pounds, and that's when he started working out and got his weight down. He lost about 60, 70 pounds. So congratulations to him. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight. Um, and but once you have a stroke, you don't understand, that puts you at risk to go right back into another stroke. Sometimes people have strokes and don't know it, and they still go through life with the stroke because they never go get a checkup or anything. And people don't know that drugs sometimes have a long-term effect. Yeah, make sure when you send your message, send my URL. I contacted Albert so that he can. I'll tell them they're not sending you your notifications. And make sure when you click my notifications, where it says sending some, make sure you click all, including post. And if they're still not sending it, then you have a major problem on your hands. Right. None of my videos are designed to go to war with people. That's not what I do. I report on what's going on. I tell you my opinions on it. I give you the smartest way out of it. He said, "Would you take $1,000 to give me a place to stay for 3 months? Just moved to Vegas 3 days ago, looking for an accountant job." Would I take $1,000 to give me a place to stay for three? I don't know you to be giving you. I don't know, to take $1,000 for you for a place to stay for 3 months. I don't even understand what that means. You said the notifications are being sent to spam. Wim Diddy, what does that even mean? I'm not a computer geek guy. I'm quite sure he did say something like that. But thanks, Terry Gates. I appreciate it. Well, they're starting to turn away from it because rappers are scared. They're afraid to be themselves. Jay-Z showed you that on his documentary he did. That Fade to Black documentary, when the rapper was in there and he was confused to make the type of songs he wanted because he was scared. Because rappers are normally scared. Would I take $1,000 to give you? I'm not in Vegas. I'm not in Vegas. So most of these rappers see that everybody's on the lean movement. So now they want to grab a cup and be like, yo, I'm doing lean. One rapper even admitted that he wasn't doing lean at all. He just had the cup because that's what everybody was on. And if you wasn't talking or rapping about lean, that was it. And he was like, I had never really had any lean, but I had a cup. But I wasn't really on lean. So everybody's like, man, you got to get off lean. It's like, man, I wasn't even drinking it. Oh, you want to address the 50 cent Bitcoin? Sure, we could talk about that right now. If that's what you want to talk about, we could do that right now. The 50 cent Bitcoin thing, like he told you himself. I don't y'all talking about he didn't list it down as one of his, things for the bankruptcy, the money. You know why? Because it wasn't worth anything at the time. He didn't even know he had did that. He just took that as a form of payment. Anybody can go join that gym if they wanted to. The one in Libertyville, that is yeah, that's not his gym. That's not Nate's gym. He was working out there. The guy hired Nate to come in there to train some of the nobody really cares what happened with Brock. Brock can't beat anybody in the UFC. He can't take any drugs, so that's not gonna help him. He can't even take drugs now to be in WWE, so that doesn't really help him. So now Brock is just at a point where his money's up. He's just going wherever somebody's gonna send him a check. People are stupid enough to want to see Brock in the UFC. UFC don't have any stars. Well, they do. They have talented people there, but they don't have any stars because Dana don't know how to make them stars. So that's the situation they're up against. Now going back to the situation with well, when you go into the situation dealing with 50 Cent that Bitcoin, he didn't know he did it. Like I said, he took it as a form of payment. So when he said, you know what, y'all, like this was too far, like I didn't even, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I forgot I even did that. Like I didn't even know. So people talking about they made millions off Bitcoin. A lot of people been lying because Bitcoin's dropped. It was at some point where it was really high. They would have sold it. They would have got their money. They'd been out. A lot of people just lying. Because believe me, you got to have a lot of Bitcoin for it to make real coin. So if you had Bitcoin, it ain't like, hey, I got 25 Bitcoins. I'm gonna get some money. If you ain't put 100,000 in there, 200,000 in, you know.
The commission has just informed both fighters that the fight is on, that whatever was taking place with the urinalysis is clear, and medically he has been cleared to fight. So both fighters now have been informed. They have their gloves on. Just visited with Darrell. He's calm. Virgil Hunter giving him his last-minute instructions. And right behind me, Jose and his team excited that they're going to be able to participate. So the fight's on. Back upstairs to you, Brian.
Okay, Jim. Thank you very much. Great work there.
I'm glad this fight is on.
We got a fight here, our co-main, and you know what? It's probably good for Andre Darrell that you have a Virgil Hunter now, because you want to talk about a calming influence. That is Virgil Hunter is one of the best trainers in the world.
Oh yeah, Denzel and Judge Mathis, they homeboys. Judge Mathis is at all the fights. He used to be at all the fights. Oh, Jalal Cunningham, I'm glad to see that you're here, bro. You know what? It's not my fault that you didn't show up on time. This is a live stream, brother. Yeah, he sued Rick Ross, and Rick Ross almost lost the name. And the guy whose real name is Rick Ross, Freeway Rick Ross is what they called him. His name is really Rick Ross. Ricky Ross. This guy name is not Rick Ross. He's totally named after this guy. They go to court and he lose in court, and that's really his name. He was like, I don't understand how this guy can call himself Rick Ross and get that incorporated. That's why he was trying to incorporate the name Ricky Rose. That's why he's finna change his name to Ricky Rose. Oh, is you saying, look, if he wanted to take Rick Ross's name, don't take it while they still alive. And you don't have permission. If they still alive, you got to get permission. He wasn't alive no more. 50 Cent was gone. He was a street hustler. And he said, I named myself 50 Cent after the dude from the Fort Greene Projects. 50 Cent. 50 would tell you where he got his name from. He wasn't trying to hide where he got his name from. Matter of fact, many people didn't even know that 50 Cent got his name from him. What's the difference? Well, if someone's not there to take if you want to take the mantle from somebody who passed away, like let's say Freeway Rick Ross passed away, and he wanted to keep the name alive. Well, Rick Ross is still alive, and he's not happy that you have his name. And you going around, he's like, look, I'm not even about that life, and you going around throwing my name out there, ruining it now. Now, if the other 50 Cent was still alive and he's like, look, I got a problem with you being 50 Cent. I don't want nobody out here repping my name. 50 might not have ever taken that name, period, if that guy was still alive. 50 Cent is a metaphor for loose change. That's all it meant. So that was the difference. The real Rick Ross had a problem with him being Rick Ross and using his name, Freeway Rick Ross, who really did all these things. And it's like, dude, you glorifying my life. This is MC Gusto all over again. Well, I mean, it's hard to say. You know, Roxanne was from Queens. She wasn't somebody who was all glammed up like the real Roxanne, that little Puerto Rican chick. She wasn't like her at all. You know, she was more of an MC and cared more about her lyrics than getting her hair done and, and trying to shake it for the crowd. but she wasn't gonna be disrespected. You know what I'm saying? You called her a B word, it meant something back then. You know, you was gonna get stepped to. And she did a lot of stepping to people on her own, you know, so. Look, if that DJ dude want to talk to me, he can come in my live. He can come in my live and talk to me. I can tell you who's not winning. What could he debate me about? Extension cord and teriyaki sauce? I don't think so. No, no thank you. You can keep that. Oh, you know that is. Oh yeah, MC Light. Oof. MC Light is MC Thick. She looking like she is ready now. I'll be like, baby, I cram to understand you. And somebody just put it as I was saying it. No, I would never sleep with the desk. No. She be in there talking about women's rights while I'm in there trying to have sex. She be, and then, okay, we are gonna make changes. Okay, no, stop. I'm not feeling it right now. Okay, stop. I'll be like, oh no. It's just, it's like she got the feminist meter on like 9.5 out of 10. You know, it's just, she don't look like she has a lot of fun. You know, her fun is like, that was a great rally. Oh my God, we're gonna win, and we're gonna have more women and get more jobs in this building. That was fun tonight. Thanks for coming out on this date, Ubby. Yeah, it was great. You want to go to get something to eat, go to the club? No, I gotta wake up early in the morning and go and sit down in this chair and watch these two guys talk on this show I do every morning. Oh, okay, well, I'll take you home. You know, with her, it'd be too much apologizing for just being a man. Why do you make so much noise when you pee? I mean, sorry, what? Why do you have to make so much noise? I can just hear the pee going in the toilet. Why don't you just sit down and pee? I mean, what? You can sit down and pee. I mean, at least it's quieter. It's more respectful. You know, you men, you guys just have no respect for us women. I'd be like, oh God, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so it'd be too much apologizing, too much feminism for me to deal with, Nadeska. Nah, well, the truth of the matter is, really, I don't know. I didn't really listen to see was Kendrick trying to diss Drake. That's his promotion thing. I mean, he's not gonna take Drake's spot. Kendrick, as much as he is a artist and he's good, he's not Drake. Come on, Akatsuki. Knock Darrell out. I'm mad about what his trainer did to him in the last fight. Knock him out. This time he ain't playing around. He finna come right in there and knock Darrell out. And put an end to this. I don't like Andre Darrell. I like Anthony more. Fill him out. Yep. Jump on him early. Get him down. Anthony's decent. It's always been his confidence. Star Jones. I'll be out of food. I be where I thought I had. What happened? I had Twinkies. I had some cookies in here. Oh, and Darrell's hurt already. From a straight right hand. He's going to sleep. Yep. Star Jones. I'll be Star. Where's my food? She be that was yours? I'm like, I just opened the door and took your coat. You got them cookies already and the cupcakes? I'll be, where you put the wrappers and stuff? Right behind the couch. I'll be, oh man. Star Jones. Woo. Rough round for Darrell. He always has a rough start before he gets woke up. It always take a good right hand to get Darrell into the fight. Now he's a guy that can come back good after he get his bell rung. So you got to show some respect to him. He's moving a little bit better, but he's pulling straight back. And he's getting caught every time he does it. This guy has a long reach, and when he shoots that right hand, he can catch you. He's really a left-handed fighter. Will I date Jill Scott? Oh, absolutely. But not for, like, we can kick it, but we ain't finna have no relationship. She's another one of those controlling women. I can tell that from the jump. And I'd be like, oh, no, sorry. There's only one alpha here. Right here. Now go in there and get me some of them golden Oreos that I like. Yeah, living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Yep. Well, when she's going through a messy divorce, because when you don't treat people well, this is the kind of things that happen. They buying all this time early. They buying a lot of time for Darrell early. Coming out in round 2. Oh, he's coming with a holding and hitting in the back. That's how you start the round? You just got off the stool. Dude, that's what you come with? Oh, yeah, Rick Ross, man, he control. Oh, there it is. Another one. Keep pulling straight back. You keep getting caught with that right hand. Pretty soon, you ain't going to be bouncing around no more. You're going to be asleep. I seen them pictures. Well, see, that's the thing is that stuff is no, that thing comes back. This is what I meant when we made the video from the first beginning. This is the stuff that ends up coming to backfire on 50 Cent. Yeah, he's getting a lot of attention for it, but what if Rick Ross, God forbid, he doesn't pull through? Then you look really bad for doing that. You know what I'm saying? You look really bad for putting yourself in that position. Good shot. Absolutely. You gotta have some respect. I mean, even if you don't want to, I mean, you don't gotta say nothing about it. You ain't gotta like them. There's certain situations you don't have to like. It's like, look, you don't have to like it. Don't say nothing. Oh, wow. Wow, he's just taking them right hands. He taking way too many right hands. His face gonna fall off. Woo! Looks like my prediction of a knockout is gonna happen. He getting his face turned to hamburger. Oh, I cannot stand Jamal Charlo. Whoa! Is that real? Dapper Van? Much respect, bro. Man, that's love. I'm hometown. All right. Much respect, bro. Thank you. That's what I try to do, Dapper Van. And they put me in a bracket with a lot of these other people. They put me in a bracket with that. I'm trying to separate myself from me and that clown guy who I lost all respect for, that who believes he's the king of YouTube and all this other stuff. And he's backing a complete moron. So I just let that be whatever that is, and I continue to do me. And I gotta tell people, like, look, they be like, you do the same thing. I mean, nah, not really, bro. You gotta actually listen to my videos. Don't just read the titles and be like, yeah, he talked about it and you talked about it. What's the difference? I'll be like, well, listen to him and listen to me. Do we sound the same? No. One talk with sense, one talks without it. Do you see me cursing all the time on my videos? No. Do you hear this person cursing 35,000 times? I ain't gonna say people curse. That's it. They use profanity. I just like, look, it's too much of it. You know, I curse sometimes, but not a lot, if any. I know he pays attention to what I do. You know, a lot of them do. Then they claim they don't. Oh yeah, I would never do nothing ridiculous like that. If I invite somebody to rap or promote them, they could actually rap. You know, they actually could make songs. You know, the most of the people who I've backed and told you to check out, those guys are very, talented. And if you listen to their music, they're very talented. They didn't ask me to do it. They didn't say, "Hey man, could you do this for me?" They neither one of them did. I found them on my own. Dude didn't even know how I found him. He was like, "Man, how did he like you knew of me when I told y'all to check Safari out? I told y'all to check out Papoose. I told y'all to get up on Propane. I told y'all about Dino Money. I told you about them dudes. They rap. I'm like, go to their Instagrams. Go check them out for yourselves. Go check it out. These dudes are rapping. They're young, but they rapping. Yeah, he appreciate great content, and I appreciate him too. You know, I try to, man. It's I try to, man. Like it's really, really hard right now. Well, thank you, man. I tried to give you information. You know, I got 3 different channels, dude. And on 3 different channels, I'm giving you different content on each one. Thanks, Chris Show. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, Goat Tyson. I appreciate that. Appreciate all the positive support, man. And that's the thing about us. We self-made. We got no promotion from anybody. We didn't pay anybody to do anything. The people, y'all made all this happen. Y'all put out there, no, from word of mouth and just watching the videos. I haven't promoted nothing. I got no sponsors. You know, so and so he got so and so he got broadband doing his promotion. So he's always everywhere. That's his thing. Congratulations to him for doing that. I have no promotion. It says me. When they be like, "Who did it?" It's not available because it's all me. Of course. You think I've been sitting here spending Brian money. You know I've been spending Brian money. I told you what was gonna happen with the Joker and all them in there. I just can't lose. This fight's going the way I said it was gonna go. I'm like, Darrell's got a tough fight ahead of him because he's gonna get knocked out in this fight. I saw in the first fight he can't beat this guy. He took that good old dive and got himself out of the fight. He gonna be looking for a way out in this one. He gonna go probably one more round before he realize I need a way out. 50 met his father. 50 met his fathers, his uncles, his cousins. But his father at this point can't tell him nothing no more, and nobody could tell him nothing. Except for his grandfather, because they the ones raised him. No, I just think it was tasteless to use. I mean, even I know you don't like him if you 50. This guy did a lot to you, cost you billions of dollars. 50 had to come off of like $12 million. That's a lot to pay $12 million to some girl who's a call girl. You know what I'm saying? He got a baby by a call girl. This ain't the first baby mama he had to pay the money to. It was to the call girl. I'll give Darrell credit. He's doing all he can. He's at least fighting for right now. What's up, B gang? Oh, I got Wilder by knockout, and I got my man right here, Jose, by knockout. I mean, he's staying in there. You know what I'm saying? He's trying his best. And he's fighting. So I give him credit for that. It's just that this guy is too big, too strong. He's too big, too strong, too fast with his combinations, with his rhythm. It's not the speed, it's really his timing. Because sometimes that's all people know. They don't look at it as I'm telling them the truth. They look at it as I'm disrupting what they believe or what they like. Normally people don't, when you tell them the truth about something, if it's something about something they like, then you saying the truth and it's what they like, yeah, man, you 100. Now, if it's something they don't like and don't want to hear, man, you just hate. Why are you hating? I'll be like, dude, I'm the same guy as Tupac would say. The same thing that make you like me is the same thing that's whooping your A right now. I never changed. I'm still gonna give you the real. That's just it. I can't lie to you. I wouldn't know how to be ungenuine. I don't know how to be that. That's why I never really had anybody who disliked me because I did them wrong. Dude was like, man, you know what? I can't recall a time you've done somebody wrong. You've always followed the rules. Like if you dated somebody chick, you made sure. I'll be like, look, you ain't with dude no more, are you? I don't want to have no problems. I'm not trying to have that conversation. And the girls be like, nope, I ain't with that loser. I'd be like, okay. Well, a lot of that is women lie sometimes, and they lie a lot to get what they want. So they'll risk causing drama between two friends, everything. Cause I already told y'all, it ain't over just until the guy says it's over. He think as long he be like, man, I took her to prom. I mean, dude, that was 25 years ago. You ain't seen her since. Yeah, she's still mine. I be dog. Still mine. Oh my gosh, Deontay Wilder got on the shirt that he is the king of Wakanda.
Time to warm up, keep the blood flowing, keeping me warm.
All right, is Ortiz the best fighter that you will have fought?
We'll find out when I get in the ring with him. On paper, it says so, but we're gonna see when the lights come on and it's action.
You weighed in yesterday at 2.
That is funny. They lost to the Chicken Nuggets. No, Denver's actually pretty good, and Cleveland's actually really bad. And as I told you in the other live, I wasn't gonna go live during the game no more because y'all think all I do is go live every time the Cleveland lose. I'm like, every time they play, they gonna lose. It ain't because of me. I told y'all I'm betting on Denver. I looked up the schedule. I was like, what's their next game? Denver, Braun money, Braun money, Braun money, Braun money. If you've been betting on Cleveland to lose, you've been making a lot of money this whole time. They didn't cover the spread in the game against Brooklyn. No, I knew they were going to lose. I didn't go live because I was doing this. I felt this was more important to deal with and address. Of course, Wakanda exists. I'm 5 minutes away from Wakanda. Look up Wakanda, Illinois. Well, you know you're going to get the breakdown. All right, they play them again Wednesday in Denver. Well, like I said, he's not my cup of tea. Every day I'm hustling. That was about it. I was done with him. But still, you don't want to see nothing happen to him. That's right, Dapper Van. That's why I keep trying to tell him, man. We have got to get these dudes to understand what we talking about when we talk about LeBron James. Everybody keep trying to brainwash you on this stuff. I'm trying to make sure y'all awake. But yeah, everybody know that 50 is he went too far on this one. Now, I support everything he does, like with product and stuff, because he's always on point. He knows to give you good product. If I buy a 50 Cent record, he ain't never made a bad album to me, ever. Because if you think about it, you got about 25 50 Cent records. Like albums. When you count all the mixtapes, everything he's done, I have never been disappointed. Curtis sucked. Are you crazy? You know how many hit songs is on Curtis? I Get Money. You got Ayo Technology. How many more hits you want to go down? I Get Money was a monster. Do I even need to bring that up? That song played for a whole year. I know I played it every time I needed money. Right, Still Kill with Akon was fine. Baby by Me. I mean, is that guy's insane? You been listening to too much Soldier Boy or something. I don't know what it, or Gucci Gang, or whatever. That done messed your brain up. I got a fully loaded clip. Are you kidding me? You talking about him? Man. Oh yeah, we gonna address that. Don't even worry about that. You know we gonna address that 50 Cent situation, and we gonna address that Cavs situation with Denver. You know that. You know that. You lose to the Nuggets with the Joker and make me some more money. Telling you, I ain't gonna have to touch my checks at all. I'm just living off LeBron. Y'all already know that post game coming. So stay tuned to that. Thanks y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate it all. And we still gonna be rocking. And that post game gonna be live. Yeah, they ain't gonna wanna. Y'all gotta make sure y'all check my page. Just keep checking back, cause they might not send you the notification. We've seen that. So we out. Spending broad money.